What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Pancis. If it's your first time tuning in, please be sure to smash the subscribe button because there's always a lot of good car content coming on this channel. In today's video, I am going to actually be preparing this 205,000 mile Saab for an event next week by completing a single stage polish and a ceramic coating. A couple months back, after we had this $700 paint job completed by Maaco, I did a hard cut and polish, but I never did any sort of ceramic coating or even a wax for that matter. So here we are, we're through the winter, going into the spring season here, and I'm just gonna go ahead today. We're gonna power wash this thing, get it cleaned up, and then do a single stage polish inside and execute that ceramic coating to get some nice layer of protection on this paint. So I'm kind of looking forward to see how this thing shines. This is a current situation right now. You guys can see it. I mean, obviously it's what it is for a $700 paint job, right? But this car has over 200,000 miles on it, so obviously it's nowhere near perfect as it is. This side here is actually the best side of the entire car, and it's, you know, it's got some shine to it. It's not the best, so hopefully after today we have a better shine. So let's hop into this. Before we hop into the actual detail work of this car and putting you guys on a fast forward to take care of a couple different things, if you guys watched the previous video on the channel, we did a discovery that my sister-in-law threw away her key to her Saab 9.5. And if you haven't been following the channel and you aren't familiar with that build, it is a Saab 9.5 we purchased off Copart in 2019, rebuilt it from a wreck, and then of course in the past year or so we've done quite a bit of work to it, and she by accidentally threw out the only key. So right now we are waiting on a new twice unit to come in, which is the actual unit that's paired to the keys for Saab that lives underneath the driver's seat. So we have a new one on order. It's coming in. I bought it off eBay. It has two keys already married to the twice, and of course I have already purchased a new key blade for her VIN number. So as soon as that comes in, we'll go ahead and just marry that to the car and hopefully have that up and running. That brings me to my next point before we get started. Don't want to bore you with all these announcements, but next week, April 25th, if you guys are in the New York metro area and you are watching this video, there is a Saab event going on next Sunday. I'll link all the details in the description below so you guys can attend if you want. I'm going to try to get all three of our Saabs to the event, meaning this Saab 9.5, my wife's 9.3 convertible 02, and the other 9.5 that I was just talking about. So hopefully we have everything running properly and ready to go. So that's why in this video we're doing the ceramic coating. I want to get this thing in the best shape possible for that event. But before we go ahead and hop into everything, and I'll stop boring you, I did already do a quick detail on the interior. We did a vacuum and just a wipe down on everything with some leather vinyl cleaner. And of course, you guys can see how nice, you know, this 200,000 mile Saab really has held up. I mean, let me just give you a good perspective here. This is the dash. All right, 205, almost 206,000 miles on the car. And this week we'll probably have about a 500 or 600 mile week with this car. It's gonna be on the road quite a bit this week between myself and my family that uses the car. But here we go, center dash. All of pixels are working. We have our aftermarket radio in here. If you guys wanna do that to your Saab, I'll link the video on that in the upper corner. You guys can check that out and do it to yourself. Do it for your Saab. And yeah, just a quick interior tour. And now that we got the announcements through, let me set up the power washer and all of my soaps and get this thing cleaned up, and then we'll go ahead and start to execute the ceramic coating on the inside of this garage here. guys, I hope you enjoyed that quick wash. You guys can see it's a little bit glossier, the paint, now that it's not so dead from being dirty. You know, this thing has zero water repellent on there, so no matter what you do to it, as soon as you spray it, water just kind of runs off, you know, on everything. There's no wax or anything that, you know, to repel water and dirt from the paint and sticking to it. So I think this exercise is going to be perfect to keeping this paint in better shape, and of course hopefully it's a little glossier when we're done. So I'm going to pull it in the garage now, take a little bit of a break with some water, let this dry up a little bit more. I'll do some of the door hinges and door jams, so when I go to buff everything, there's no water just randomly splattering everywhere. So I'll do that, but a little quick update for you, and should be pretty good to go here on knocking out a good polish. It's a lot of work, but it's so rewarding when you guys actually do this. So I'll leave all of the material that I'm using in this video in the description below, so if you guys want to buy it yourself, do it on your car, whether it's a $700 paint job or not, you're probably better off without a $700 paint job, but using this video as a good example for you. Stay tuned. All right guys, so here we are, we're about to start to do this. I use a 3M machine polish. I'll link everything below. There's like a 3-stage polishing with 3M you can do that has like a hard cut polish and then an ultra fine polish. So I'm gonna just do the intermediary polish since this paint is what it is. But just so you guys know, when you guys are using polish, you wanna use a soft material on the pad. Sometimes people use a wool. In this case, I'm just using a soft foam. And then if you're doing a hard cut with a compound, you wanna use a foam pad that's a little bit more stiffer on the touch here, and that obviously helps increase the cut performance of the polish. So I'm going to be switching these out. We're going to use this yellow one for this polish and just knock out the rest of this car here, and then we'll go ahead and install and apply that ceramic coating. All right, boys, you guys just watched me do the front clip, passenger side, rear end here. This car, as you guys can see, is really starting to get glossy. It's nice and smooth for the most part. Obviously, there's a little bit of imperfections around the car, but it's starting to come along nicely. Camera's about to die, but instead of boring you more with polishing, I'm just gonna finish off the driver's side real quick because that's all that's left. Charge my camera up, and then we'll get into the ceramic coating. So hopefully you guys are enjoying so far. Stay tuned. All right, we are on the grand finale here, guys. I'm going to be using some Carb Pro single stage on the ceramic coating. So we're going to go ahead and quickly do that now. You know, like I said, 205,000 miles, 700 paint job. Let's see what this thing looks like at the end of this. I'm pretty sure it's gonna look much better than what it did when we first pulled this in the garage, so I'm excited. So let's hop into this. And then also, I have a treatment for all the plastics on all the black plastic, so we'll do that as well, and should be good to roll. Let's hop into it. guys, here we go for the first walk around. I'm not done yet. I'm gonna tell you what I do next to finish up, but ceramic coating is complete. So I'm excited to announce that part. So let's check it out. I haven't even seen it outside yet. First time for both of us, all of us. Oh my God, this thing is freaking shining. Wow, that's impressive. This thing looks brand freaking new. Holy smokes. Honestly, guys, I'm a little bit surprised on how well this turned out here. It's like still drizzling. This, oh my God, look at this thing. So much better. Holy smokes. Did the black trim while we were doing the ceramic coating, and it just changes everything. Look at those tail lights, look brand new. Wow. All right, I'm gonna pull it inside because it's drizzling outside. Not fair. No, but that is, it's like almost like it started drizzling when I pulled it out. Son of a gun, huh? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do next. Unfortunately, the rain is coming down, as you can see, but wow, this thing is glowing. Ceramic coats, guys, it really changes the whole car. Clearly, no matter how cheap the paint job is or how old the car is, it just changes everything. So really impressive. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around and do the Cerakote trim treatment on all the plastics, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna do this off camera probably, so I'm just gonna tell you what I do. The other product that I purchased, and you guys can use this every time you're washing the car. When you go to dry, you spray this on before you dry. It's called this liquid crystal. All right, I'll link everything down below, but this is another like surface protector, can be used to refresh the ceramic coating and obviously just add that extra layer of protection. So I'm gonna do the ceramic coating Cerakote treatment to all the plastic trim. I did it while I was doing the ceramic coating, but obviously the Cerakote I'll do like all of the handles a little bit more in depth, and then I'll walk around the entire car with this C2 liquid crystal and just touch it up. And then I'm gonna bargain with the folks here and leave this thing overnight so the weather passes and everything can kind of dry and settle up on the paint surfaces so it's properly cured. But wow, this thing is just incredible how this turned out. Really am and truly enthralled with the way it came out. Really was not expecting that much of a glowing gloss finish to this process here. So pretty freaking incredible, guys. Really incredible. All right, so I'm gonna hop off camera. I'm gonna do the Cerakote treatment. Maybe the rain will pass through the next 10 minutes, and I'll show you guys that final product. Let's rock it out. Oh, by the way, this is the ceramic coating pad applicator, and I had just run out of fluid here, so enough to get the whole car done. I think there's like a little bit of a drop left in there, but not enough to really make an impact. So I got lucky on that too, so I got to get more. All right, let me finish up here. All right, guys, look at this car. This is unbelievable, guys. Just check out the front clip here. This car has 200,000 miles on it, guys. I just keep wanting to stress it because it's just so freaking amazing. But I did the Cerakote on all the black trim. You can see how shiny it makes the aging plastic look. So obviously that's just settling in and drying still, but it's pretty dry for the most part. It's been about 20-30 minutes. But look at this thing. We got all the windows cleaned up. Look at that shine. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is just incredible how this car turned out with the ceramic coating. Look at that. You guys can just see the glare in the paint. Huh. Really nice. So that is the latest and greatest on this. I think she's good to go for the show. What do you guys think? Give this video a thumbs up if you think so. I think I'm pretty satisfied with how this turned out. So I'm excited. like I said, I've been meaning to get this done since last year when we got the paint done, but obviously between everything going on with the holidays, winter, everything going on, I just didn't get to it. But now that the weather is breaking for the summer, it's good to have some protection since this car sits outside. And wow, I just can't stop looking at this, guys. This is just absolutely incredible how this turned out. And just so you guys know, again, inside I did a quick detail earlier before the video. I know I mentioned it, but you can just see, I mean, I guess this is just a strong point on how the quality is on these Saabs. I mean, the age doesn't even matter. Just keep them nice and they'll treat you well. So anyways, thought you guys might wanted this update. I'm gonna be doing some videos later this week. I'm gonna show you right now, I'll give you a heads up. Stay tuned for more. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, be sure to do that, because in the next video, I think this is a common problem for most Saabs. This is a common problem for most Saabs, but I'm sure other cars have this issue as well. If you guys look at all of this plastic, how it dries out and falls apart, it exposes all the wires. So I'm gonna be getting some fresh plastic and hoping to get some fresh plastic. So upcoming video is I'm gonna go ahead and redo all of the plastic covers that protect the wires from the heat, and hopefully give it some good protection for the future here, because this car doesn't seem like it's going to be going anywhere since it runs so well. So hopefully I don't jinx it, but that's that. So anyways, I'm gonna leave you guys off on this. This week, like I mentioned earlier, this car's gonna be driven like 500 or 600 miles. So it's gonna be really nice to see how everything's handling. We have a fresh oil change. We just rotated the tires like 2 weeks ago. Now we have a fresh detail, ceramic coating, and she's ready to go. We're gonna keep road tripping this thing and have it attend to some of these upcoming events. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I'll stop rambling here. See you guys next video.